Hey, this is the Kilo Dynamic Warm-Up. We created this warm-up so that when our clients come in to train, we can activate their nervous system, we can warm up their core temperature so that we're increasing their flexibility and mobility. So we created this, and it's upper body and lower body. They're going to do it every time that they come in to train. And on some clients, we'll have them do it as homework too, so they can keep their flexibility between workouts. So the first movement is going to be a lunge with a twist. And I have my two models here, Stefan and Abigail. So you're going to take a long step forward with a lunge, and you're going to twist to the same side leg that's in front. And you're going to try to hold the end position 4 seconds on each one. It's a long 4 seconds. And step. All right, so when they're doing this, you want to make sure that the hips stay square to the wall in front. Good. And this, you'll repeat 4 times on each leg, so for a total of 8 steps. The second movement is called the Inchworm Defraud. So you're going to start with your feet just hip width apart, and with your hands flat on the floor. So go ahead. You guys do it first. So you want your hands to be as close to your feet as possible, but as long as the legs stay straight. You're going to walk your hands forward until you get into a push-up position. So that's the inchworm part. And then you're going to lunge, bring your right foot next to your right hand. This is the frog part. And with your right hand, whoops, there. You're going to twist and look up towards the ceiling. You're going to hold that position for 4 seconds. So it's very important, again, that the hips stay square to the floor. And you're trying to sink into your hips. So your hips should try to, or your back leg, you want it as close to the ground as possible. So 4 seconds, and you're going to repeat that 4 times. So switch legs first. Twist, twist, twist. Try to always look at your hand, reach up towards the ceiling. After you've done both legs, you return to the push-up position, and you tiptoe your way up to your hands so that you feel the stretch in the hamstrings and in the calves, and then walk the hands forward, back to the push-up position, and do it again. Right leg, right arm. The third movement we call the knee hug. So you're going to take 1 step forward, pull your knee up to your chest, and try to give it an extra little tug all the way up. Then you step forward, then you switch to the other side. You're going to do 8 steps with each leg, so 16 steps total. So when you're pulling your leg, especially when you're trying to prepare for a squat workout, you want to angle your leg out so that it's in the same position that you would normally use in your squat in the bottom position. You want to make sure that the torso stays upright as you're doing this. You're not rounding the back. You'll feel the stretch in the glute on this one. So the next movement is called the pigeon. So the way you set up is you're going to sit on the floor with your legs straight out in front of you, square to a wall so that you know that you're straight. So legs straight. You're going to swing your right leg back so that this leg is at about 90 degrees back, like this. The front leg, you're going to bend 90 degrees also. And from that position, You're going to extend the back leg and kind of shift your weight so that you're on your, yeah. There you go. So the position, the end position is like this. The more flexible you are, the higher your foot can be in this position. All right? So if this is your max, that's where you start. You're going to push your shin into the ground. It's as if you're trying to push yourself up off the ground so that you're activating the glute. You're going to hold that position for 4 seconds. So hold the contraction for 4. Then you relax and try to sink into your hip a little bit more. Extend your left hand and then bring the other hand and twist. So as you do the twist, you'll feel a whole line stretch. So you'll hold that position for 4 seconds, then come back, do the contraction for 4. And as you gain flexibility, you want to bring your torso up so that it's almost perpendicular to the floor. So it's important that your knee here is directly in contact with the ground and you're on your shoelaces like this. You don't want your leg to be turned out. Try to sit up a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. The next movement is the Vinyasa. So anyone who's done yoga, they know what this is. So you're going to start in a push-up position, go into an up dog, hold that for 4 seconds, and then switch and go to a down dog, hold that for 4 seconds, and you'll repeat 4 times. So here we go. Down into a push-up position. You're going to go halfway down in your push-up. So elbows are close to your body. And then lift, push your chest forward and up. And you want to let your hips sink into the ground as much as possible, but without your leg touching the floor. So you're on your laces, on your shoelaces here. You want to contract the glutes to protect the lower back. And you want to look straight ahead and try to reach your chest to the wall in front of you. So you hold for 4, and then you lift the hips up. Bring the feet maybe a few steps forward so that you can feel the stretch in the calves and in the hamstrings. And we want to stretch in the lats too. So you're going to push your shoulders down towards your quads. So you're really trying to get the stretch in here. 4 seconds, down into a half push-up. Push the chest forward to the wall in front. Very good. And you want to keep the shoulders away from the ears. So, you might be on the flat part of your shoe. There you go. Push. Now we're going to do the scorpion. So to do that, you want to be lying straight on your stomach with your arms out, aligned with your shoulders. You're going to lift one leg up and twist to the opposite side of the body. So as you're doing the twist, you want to think of opening up the leg, so you're trying to reach your knee to the ceiling. So you'll feel the stretch all along the side of the body, and you'll also feel the stretch in the chest and in the bicep of the arm that's staying flat on the ground. You want to hold each side for 4 seconds, and you repeat 4 times. Now we're going to do the shoulder rotation. So you need a band or even just a PVC pipe. You're going to start with your arms straight to your side, and without bending the elbow, rotate your arms all the way to the back side of the body. The advantage of using the bands with this is it adapts to your level of flexibility. Now, you can have different resistance bands, so someone who's not very flexible will use a band that has the least amount of resistance, and someone who's a little bit more flexible can have a band with a little bit more resistance. You're going to repeat this 8 times. All right, the last movement to the dynamic warm-up is going to be the overhead squat. So again, you can use a band or a PVC pipe. We're going to use a band. You're going to start with your arms straight up above your head. And you're going to go a little bit wider than hip width apart to start. You're going to come down into your squat and hold the bottom position for 4 seconds without letting, as much as possible, without letting your arms come forward. So squat down. Now, if you have the flexibility for it, you don't want to do this too wide because we actually want to increase your flexibility. So in this instance, on your next one, you'll bring your feet in just a little bit more. Yep. Good. Very good. So it's important that the heels stay in contact with the ground the whole time. If you can't keep your heels down, then you should shorten your range of motion. Now, if your arms you're doing 8 reps, but if your arms get tired towards the end, then you can just relax your arms and have them out in front of you so you're not over-fatiguing the traps in the arms. All right, so to recap the kilo dynamic warm-up, you're going to start with the lunge with the twist, 4 reps on each side, and you're going to hold the twist for 4 seconds. From there, you're going to do the inchworm to the frog, and again, you're doing 4 reps, and you're holding the end position for 4 seconds. Then you do the step with the knee hug. So you're going to do 8 steps on each side. Then you're going to go to the pigeon. So with the pigeon, with the twist, you're going to hold the contraction for 4 seconds and then reach forward and twist to the same side of the leg that's in front and hold that position for 4 seconds. From there, you're doing the vinyasa. So you're going from the push-up to the upward dog to the downward dog, and you hold each stretch for 4 seconds, and you're repeating that for 4 reps. Then you're going to do the scorpion. So the scorpion is the one where you're lying on your stomach and you're twisting your leg to the opposite side. Hold each position for 4 seconds. And from there, you do the shoulder rotation with the band, 8 reps. And then this overhead squat, 8 reps, and you're holding the squat in the bottom position for 4 seconds.